Assalamu alaikum, dear student. Uh, in today class, we will discuss about the other data structure. In the previous class, we discussed about vectors, that what is vector and different type of vectors and how we can make some changes in that vector data. So in today class, we will discuss about another type of data structure which is called lists. Okay, that how we can make a list in R program. So as you know that in the previous class we discussed vector, and we discussed that vector as a vector Vector is you can say that it is one dimensional data structure. In this one we have one dimensional data structure, for example 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 like, and this this data will be same type. This data will be some digits, numeric data. This data either it will be like string data, either it will be a true or false, which is also called Boolean data. So in vector, this is you can say that the difference between vector and list, this is the main difference. Both have one dimensional data, but in vector we have same data type, but in list we have different data type. For example, I will show you one example that as compared to vector, list is more flexible. And how it is flexible? Because here we can write or we can analyze different data types. Like we can analyze numbers, we can analyze character, and we can even the Boolean character in the same in one list. Okay. So for example, I will make a list that, for example, this is one list, and I will give this list name, and then I will put here. Then if I want to make a list, okay, we will give this another name to just I don't want to make you confused, so I will give you first list. Okay, first list. So this is the name. So if I want to make a list, so then I will write a list here. Okay, so when I write list here, the R will definitely identify it. So I will press enter, and then now for example I want to write a name, and name is equal to, for example, name is equal to Ali. Ali is the name. Okay, now Ali is a string character, so you know that when a string character, I will put double comma here, okay, to differentiate between the string and other data. Then I will put comma here. Then I need to write down the age about this person, Ali person. So for example 25 age, okay. Then I will put comma, and then I will for example maybe I will write some scores, that okay, what is the score. You can write anything. Okay, the score is for example I will write here C. Why I put C here? Because I want to combine different data in one. C for the combination, combine. I will put here 70, then 80, then 90. Okay, these are the scores. Okay, so then this is a list. In this list you can see that this is a string data. Okay, this is numeric data, and this is we can say this is matrix data. You can say metric as matrix data, or you can say that this is not a matrix because this is one dimensional, but you can say that is also numeric data. Okay, so two type of data here, and when I run here, so it will, and then I want to check that what is inside. So print, I will print, and then I will put this first list, that I want to check what is in this first list. Okay, so when you run here, so it will show you here name Ali, age this, and score 70, 80, and 90. Okay, now this is a mixed list. In this one you have different type of data. For example, if you want to make a list of I will make another list which I will assign the name this list, and then I will put this here, and then I will write again list because I want to make list, and then I will put some name, for example any names, for example Monday, then I will put comma here, and then again, then Tuesday, okay, then again comma here, and then Wednesday, okay. So for example, these three I want to make a list of this, so I will run here, and then I will print this list. So when I print this list, okay, so it will show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now because this is a very simple list, because whenever you are analyzing data, so maybe you have list of 100 item, maybe you have list of 1000, 2000, 3000 items. So this list options, or you can say this list program, it will help you to delete something or to include something in your data. Now for example, if I want to access to this data, so how I will do this? For example, this is the name, this is the variable in which I save my data, this is the container in which we have Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, okay, this is clear. Now for example, I want that this list, here I will put the name this list mean in this list I want to access, and then you will put this bracket, then now you can see this is, you can say 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7 and up to 1000 item. So I want to check that what is on the first number, so I will put 1 here. So then if I run this, so it show me that Monday is on your first position, okay. If I change this to 3, so it will show me that Wednesday. So whenever you have data, whenever you have 100 columns, whenever you have 1000 rows, so you can go and you can see your data, you can access to your data, okay. For example, if I have 100 rows or 100 column in my data, and I want to change some specific information in that data, okay, so how I will change? So for the change, you can say that, for example, I will put again, I will write this list, now this bracket here, then now you can see that I want to change this to first position, okay, with another world, with another data. So I will put this here, and then I will put these here, that I want to make changes in this list, I want to make changes in this container and this variable, and I want to change the one number position which is Monday with Friday, okay. I want to change this Monday with Friday, okay. I want to replace this. So if I run this, okay, and then I check this list, print this list, so you can see here now it is replaced with, like, now there is no Monday. So I replace this Monday with Friday. So when you have Excel data, when you have a big data set, you can change anything and you can replace anything with your own choice, okay. Now for example, if I want to check the data set length, that how much the length of this data set, so I will put here length, and then I will start the bracket, and then I will put this list here, okay. So now you can see if I run this command, so you can say that we cannot, the length spelling is wrong, so this why length, okay. So now I put here, so now it show that three three data set are there, three item are there. Okay, so by this way you can see, you can check that how many item in your data set. Okay, for example, if you want to, if you have an Excel sheet and you want to check something that this data is present in my Excel sheet or not. Okay, so I will take this example here. Okay, and I want to check. So for the checking, you can say that I want to check that, for example, sorry, enter. I want to check Friday, okay, Friday, and then I will put this this sign, and then I will put in, and then I will put again this sign. Okay, in this list I want to check this Friday in this list. Okay, that Friday exists in this list or not. Okay, so I will run this. So you can say here that it show that it is false. It mean Friday is not in your data set. So whenever you have a bigger data set and you want to check that some data is already there or it is exist in that list or not, so you can use this command. You can write your own name of data, and then you can put these command this, and this, then you can put your container, your list. Okay, so it will give you output that it is present there or it is not. Now if I change this Friday with Tuesday, for example, Tuesday, so then I run it, and then now you can see that yes, true, it is already present there. Okay, now for example, I want to add something in my to my data. If I want to add something to my data, so how I can add? So I will put here, for example, add list item, for example, that I want to add something. So I will again I will take this list. Okay, and now I want to add something to this data. Okay, so what I will do here, I will put append. Okay, this command app, okay, sorry, append. When you write, so it means that you want to add something here. Okay, so I will write this command. To which list you want to add data? So here I will put the list name. This list I want to add something, and then comma, and then you will put the right up the new item, the name of the new item, that what do you want to add to this data set. Okay, so for example, I want to add to this the data set Thursday. Okay, so when you can see here, now I will run this command. Okay, and then I will put this. So you can see here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Now on the fourth number it is Thursday there. Okay, for example, I will just write this list here. Okay, and then I will, so if I run this command, it will again show me that this is the list here. Okay, this list here you can see there is no Wednesday, but when I append this command, so here now it is there. Okay, so by this way you can add something, you can add data to your existing data set. Okay, now for example, if you want to add something, like in this case I add this Thursday, but it will add at the end of the data. Okay, here you can see that Thursday will add at the end of the data. But now I want to check for, I will comment here, add to some specific location. Okay, so now if I will copy this. Okay, and now I want to add this Thursday again, but here this time what I will add one command here. I will put comma here, and then I will put after. Okay, after, and then I will put here 1. Okay, so when I run this command and then I check here, so now you can see here Monday number 1, but I add Thursday after one. So then here you can see, and the second number you will find Thursday. So it means we added our new data set after one position. So by this way you can make changes in your data set, you can add data to your data set. If you are expert in R, so then you don't need to go to the Excel sheet, because if you have like for example 1,000 rows, 1,000 columns, then it will be very difficult to do all these things in the Excel sheet. But if you know how to add row, how to add column, how to add data set in the R, so you can easily add your new data to the existing data. For example, if I want to remove some data from the list, okay, I want to remove some data from the list, so I will put here remove data from the list. Okay, this is command, this is comment, because we already discussed this, so I don't want to discuss here again. Now I will again take the example of this, okay, and I will do that new list. I will put new list, for example, and this new list will be like this new list is the name I want to give to that list in which I delete something and I will get that list. So this is the name of the new list. Okay, here what should I do? I will put this list. This list mean this data set. Okay, and what I want to do, you will put the bracket here, and then I want to delete -1. This means that you want to delete data from one position. Okay, so then now if I run this here, this command here, and then here you can see here that new list, you cannot see here anything, but now I will print this list, print new list. So now you can see that Tuesday and Wednesday there, but no Monday. So it means Monday deleted from the list. Okay. So because you are the beginner, you are beginner, so you will definitely think about that why we delete data in R and why we add data in R. Because the beautiful thing in R is that you have same Excel sheet. If you want to access to the previous one, so you can go there. If you want to go you want to use for your analysis the new list, so you can also use. So at the same time you can use both old and new file. Okay, but the R will identify it. Okay, that this is, you can see here, this is the new list, and new list we have only two, this Tuesday and Wednesday. So if I want to do some analysis on this, so I will use this new list. If I want to use some analysis on the previous, so I will use this list. Okay, so this is the beautiful thing in R, that it will make everything easy for you. Okay, now this is the list function in R, that how you can make changes to the list, how you can delete something from the list, how you can add something to the list, and how you can make some changes, you can replace some data in the list. Okay, so this is about the list. Now another thing in R, you will whenever you are analyzing your data, so one other data structure which is very important in R, that is called matrices. Okay, that is called matrices. Okay, now and at the beginning of this class, as I discussed, that vector is also one dimensional data, but list also one dimensional data, but difference between vector and list that vector have only one type data. Either it will be string, like it will be character, it will be numeric data, or it will be true false data. But in list you can analyze different type of data in one go. Okay, in list you have a different type of data. But now in matrices, matrices is two-dimensional data set. Okay, in this type of data set you will have two things, columns and rows. So whenever you have Excel sheet, so definitely you will have some columns, you will have some rows. Okay. So what is column and what is row? You know, I think you know this, that column is a vertical representation of data and row is the horizontal representation of data. Okay. So in the matrices you have both column and rows. Okay. Now how we can generate and how we can use matrices or matrix data in R. So you can see here that and how we will you can say specify that these are rows, these are column. Okay, so let's do this example. For example, if I will give one name, this matrix. Okay, this is just name, you can give any name. Okay, this matrix, and I will put this sign here. Now in case of the list, we put list here because we want to make list, we want to analyze list. But in case of matrix we will put matrix here. Okay, so the R will identify it. Now I want to make matrix. Okay, how you will make matrix? Then I will put C here. C means that I want to make combine a data set. I will put here 1, then I will put here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this data set here, that I have this data set from 1 to 8. Okay, now I will put comma here. Okay, because when you want to insert something, so you should insert inside the bracket. Okay, I will put comma here. Then this is the data set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I want to change this data set because this is just vector data. I want to change this data to matrix. So whenever you want to change your data to matrix, so it means that you have to specify column and rows, that how many column you need, how many rows you need. So for example, I want to make NROW, number of rows. It means number of rows. When you write this, R will identify it. The number of rows will be 3. Okay, that I want to put this data in 3 rows, and then I will put comma, and then I will put column, that number of column. I will put also number of column 3. I want to change this data to matrix, and there should be 3 number of rows and 3 number of columns. Okay, and when I run this script, okay, so you can see here that data length is 8. Data length is 8 is not a sub multiple or multiple the number of rows 3. Now it will show that I put that I need 3 columns and 3 rows. So for 3 column and 3 rows there should be 9 data set. Okay, so I will, if I put 9 here, for example, I will add 1, and now I run this command. So now it will not show any error. Okay, now how can I check this? I want to print, for example, print this matrix. Okay, so I print print and then this matrix. Okay, so when I check this, I run this, so now you can see here this data, the data is already, they divided the data into 3 column and 3 rows automatically. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now your data in this is matrix data. Now this is two-dimensional data. Okay, for example, in this data, in this matrix data, it is not only work for numeric, it can work also on the, you can say that on this data I will put this, we will take another example. For example, I will copy this, okay, and this I will name this matrix 2, okay, just to differentiate from the previous one, and I will put here matrix, okay, and instead of this I will put here this data, for example, and I will put Wednesday, and then I will put here Friday, okay. Now I want to change this data, uh, because whenever you are making matrix, so you will put here C, okay, C, okay. So now I will put here, because you want to combine it, number of rows, okay, number of rows should be 2, because these are 4, so definitely number of rows should be 2, and number of column should be 2, okay, and then the bracket, okay. So now you can see here, okay, now I will check this print matrix, print, sorry, print this matrix 2, okay. When I print this, so you can see here this data also it is divided into 2 rows and 2 columns, okay. Now if you want to change, if you want to change something in this column, in this matrix, so you can make changes. For example, I will make some bigger data set, Friday, I will make Saturday here, and then I will put Thursday, okay, and then we can also increase this number to 3, okay, so it will make easy for you, okay. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 3 data frame length, okay, number of columns should not be should be 2, because this is total, not 9. So you can see here, okay, now arranged in this way. So now how can you access to some data? So you know that this is number 1 position, 2 position, third, fourth, fifth, and then 6th position, okay. Now if I want to check that what is a number, for example, this matrix, this matrix 2 is the name of my data set, and I want to check on position number 1, okay. So if I run this command, you can see here Monday. If I want to check another one, I will add comma and then position number 2nd, then it will show that Friday, okay. If you can see here that both Monday and Friday here. Now for example, that this metric, okay, sorry, I will run this command, okay, okay, Friday. Now for example, if I want that I need all data after some specific number, so I will put here 2, and then I will put comma here. So when I put 2 and comma, so you can see here that it will give you like Tuesday and Thursday, okay. That, like for example, the whole row can be accessed if I specify a number, because don't be confused with these names, because if we print this, so you can see that the number is like this, not in the list, it is matrix, okay. So after 2, for example, like you can see that it will give you like 1 2 3 4 5 6 like this, not in the same list, okay. So in these 2 columns and 3 rows, you can access to any number of data set. You can make changes in your matrix, and you can delete something from your matrix as we did in the list command. Okay, so actually I again receive notification from Zoom, so maybe in 5 minutes it will like end the class automatically. Okay, so this is that how you can make access to the list. For example, if I put this comma before this 2, you can see that the whole column can be accessed if you specify a comma. Like for example, this is the matrix, this is the matrix, this is one row, this is second row, and this is third row. Okay, this is one column and this is second column. So now here that it means that second column, so the second column is there Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, now if I put 1, for example 1, so you can see here Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, the whole Monday, Tuesday, the whole column will display here. Okay, for example, if I remove this and I put again after this, so now you can see Monday and Friday. Now it will go to the row, the row number, it will show by row. Okay, and if the second number row, so you will put here that Tuesday and Saturday. So by this way you can make changes in your matrix, because whenever we are receiving data, so this data will be in matrix, this data will be in data frame. Data frame we will discuss in the next class, because that will take much time, and the data frame is the most important that we can discuss before going to that how to import Excel file, how to import CSV file to the R, and how to make some graphs by ggplot or some other. So before that we will discuss about data frame. So for example, if you want to access like more than one row, that you want to make changes in more than one row. So for example, I will write this matrix, I want to make changes in this matrix, and then I will put this bracket here. Then combine mean that you will put here, you will put this one here, this bracket, and this you will put row number 1, row number 2. Okay, and then after this you can put comma. So now let's see what happened. Now you can see that it will work on it will show 2 rows. So for example, if you have a data set with multiple rows, for example if you have 150 rows and 150 columns, and you want to specify sub column that I need column number 75, I need column number 78, I need column number 100. So you will mention those column here. Okay, and if it is about the row, you can put like for the row and column you can use, because remember one thing, when we are talking about column, so rows, so you will put the comma at the end. Okay, and when we are talking about columns, not the rows, so then we will put this comma here at the beginning. Let's see, we will check this. Okay, the same thing we will do here, but we will put this comma here. Okay, instead of this we will put this comma here. Okay, so if I run this one, the first one, it will show Monday and Friday, and if I put here, now you can see here that it changed to the column position. So with one comma you can change the whole data set. You can change the representation of whole data set. You can get data very differently with only adding one comma. So remember this, in R programming, comma is important, bracket is important. Okay, and everything like these are important, that only, for example, you can see here with the addition of only one comma at the end of this and at the beginning of this, it will change it from row to column. Okay. So by this way you can access to your data and you can make changes in your data. Okay. Now if you want to add row or you want to add column to your data, so for this one you can also make there is one you can say command which is called, for example, we will see, sorry, because I am hurry because it will only 3 minutes remaining. So there is one add row or column. Okay. So for example, we have this list. Okay, I will copy this list here. Okay, I will put here. So this is the list. Okay, now I want to make new, for example, new matrix, just a name, any name you can give to this, and then I will put here, and then I will put one command, this cbind. Cbind command, it will add data to your old data or to your previous data set. So which data set I want to add? So this matrix 2 data set, this data set. Okay, this is the name of this matrix 2 data set. I want to add data. Okay, then you will see, and then comma here, and then you will put C here, and then what do you want to add here? So I will just put some name Ali. Okay, it is not related to the data, Ahmed, and then you can say that Hesam. These 3 names I want to add to the new data set. So I will first run here this one. This is the data set, and now this command I run, and now we will check the data. Print new matrix. Okay, so when we print this new matrix, you will see the data here. Here, that column number 3rd added to my data. Understand? Now this 3rd column I added with the help of this cbind command. So it means that when you have a data set and you want to add one more column to that data, you can easily add one more column to the data. And if you want to add row to that data, so the same command, but here you have to only replace this one. Replace this one, this rbind. This C for the column and this C for the row. Okay, you want to, and I will give this new matrix 2 name, and then I will put print here, new matrix 2. So when I add this one as a row, this one, this is actually the problem is that we already added this to that command. So I will put this here again. rbind command, and this is our matrix 2, then C, then these command. So we will run this, for example, and then I will put here matrix 2. Okay, rbind, the number of column of the result is not the multiple of vector, because we have already added data. So as I mentioned before, that the number of row is okay 3, but we have only 2 column. So when you have only 2 columns, so then it will not add the data. For example, because if you have 5 column and 3 rows, so if you want to add is rows data by row, so then you have to add it by like 3. But if you want to add column data, so then you have to 5. So we will run this command, and then now we will we will run this. So you can see that this added here. This command, this error, because the number of column are 2, and we want our data set, we wanted to add this data in 3, 1 2 3. Okay, so it is like one data is more than our row data, so that's why it show that the error that we have only 2 column but our data set contain 3 columns, so that's why it is not compatible. So then when we decrease the column, so then now it can easily add your data to the data set. So for today this is enough, and inshallah in the next class we will discuss about the data frames, that how we can and how we will use data frame and how we can make changes in data frame, and what is the difference between a data frame and a matrix. Okay, one more thing we can discuss here, that how to remove column and rows. Okay, this one we can also discuss here, remove column and rows. Okay, so I will take the same data set here. Okay, the same data set I will use here. Okay, now if you want to remove some data sets, so I will put here for example this matrix 3. For example, this is just a name, as I mentioned before, you can give any name. This, and from which data set I want to remove something, from this data set. So you will put the name here, this matrix 2. Okay, this matrix 2, and then you will put this bracket here. Okay, then minus C. Okay, and I want to delete one column here. Okay, then I want to delete also one row here. Okay, so if I run this command and this command, so now if I check print command and this matrix 3, you can see here that only Saturday and Thursday remaining, and the other data we remove that data. Okay, so this function you can use to remove data. Okay, to remove column and to remove data set. Okay, so by the, for example, if I only check this one, I will remove this. Okay, I will remove this. We will do it again. Okay, and this, now you can see here that you can see the data here. Okay, so but not in matrix form. Okay, because we delete that column and we delete that row. Okay, so by this way you can add column, you can remove column, you can add row, and you can remove row. So if you have any question, you can ask me, and you can write in the comment section. So inshallah I will try to answer your question, and thank you for today. Inshallah in the next class we will discuss about data frame and other R factors. Thank you.